The goal of this video is to give you a detailed understanding of what's available and provide you with a perspective of over a decade of experience. The M4A1-S is the most accurate CT rifle. With 10 less bullets than the M4A4, it is a 2-shot headshot kill. It's my favorite weapon to tap fire with for medium to long range engagements. In general, if you end up paying more than 12% sticker price, you are overpaying. This is a general guideline used for the vast majority of stickers. If the sticker is worth a tremendous amount, I wouldn't recommend paying more than 5% sticker price. When considering flow, remember it is only visible from a 000 to a 999. Anything higher or lower isn't discernible, meaning you can't see a visual difference. Desire versus cost effectiveness is a challenge that plagues most players on a limited budget. The great news is you learn as you go and discover what works best and why. As you can see, this M4A1-S Basilisk has 5 team immunity foils from Cologne 2015, applied in custom locations across the main body. They are all scraped. I call it the Armored Basilisk. I hope this provides you with a greater understanding of how the new custom placement can be better utilized. I am now going to go through all of the M4A1-S skins in order of rarity. The Boreal Forest. Brown, green, and tan default camo. I know that camo is popular, but it looks as though they were short on supplies. Very mid. The Mud Spec, stuck in the mud with a high sheen on the grip, barrel, and silencer. Normal maps throughout. The Moss Quartz, shiny 2000s green diamond pattern. A cool green color tone mesh with a barrel that gleams green. Wash Me Please, a child's cartoon scrawled throughout. The weapon adds a fun element. Dirty exemplified. The Fuzzy Pop, tan and red modern pattern based skin. I'm personally not a fan. Perhaps if the color choices had been vibrant, I might have changed my mind. The Blood Tiger, tiger pattern, some red, some green, but mostly dark gray. Very old school, looks pretty dated on the old model nowadays. The Briefing, dark blue maps with intricate detailing with a pop of red highlights for the A and B sights. The Very Camo, brown and tan speckling throughout. Another camo skin exemplified. At least this time, they didn't skimp on the pattern. The Icarus Fell, blue feathers with wax throughout, 1,000 different patterns, all of them very unique. Tremendous looking skin, dynamic color that contrasts with the pattern wonderfully. The Bright Water, headshot camo, old school, very blue this time. I guess if you were underwater, this would make sense. The Flashback, Vietnam and mossy aesthetic, looks terrific. I find the shh on the silencer very funny, as well as the peace sign and the make love not war look very iconic. The Nitro, gray and orange. The new model helps tremendously. The orange pops with the charcoal gray. The Basilisk, my personal choice. The normal mapping is one of the best in the game. It looks like the monster is coming alive. The metal look appears authentic. The crown on the magazine is a unexpected detail that excites me. I'm a huge fan. The Dark Water, slaughter but silver, which I think lends a better effect to the pattern on the skin. The Amphisaurus, a T-Rex is tearing its way through the main body of the skin. Be careful, he's coming after you. The effect is creepy and adds danger to the skin. You better watch out. The Night Terror, crack addicted schizophrenic, very deranged looking, turns purple in a high wear, kind of manic with the words pain, agony, insomnia, fear, and never sleep. Personally, I'm not a fan. The Knight, one of the cleanest old school models available. The gold looks terrific in Source 2. The gleaming barrel and small etching of gold really makes the skin stand out. The Hot Rod, extremely metallic red, very clean. If you like the color red, this might be the one for you. The Masterpiece, graffiti on the main body is done in orange and pops with a base of blue assorted rectangles meshed together. The stylization of the word masterpiece is dynamic. For me personally, I'm not a fan due to the yellowish green highlights throughout. The Guardian reminds me of how a worn pair of jeans look. Defiance on the silencer and CT crest on the base of the magazine adds a nice element. If you were to add a little glitter, you've got the perfect 2000s craft. The subtleties of detail throughout still to this day carry the skin. The nuances are immense. The control panel, the embodiment of looking at security cameras. On the main body, the old tech design with the words secure connection make this design come alive. It looks very clean in anywhere. The atomic alloy reminds me of the 1920s expectations of what the 2000s are going to look like, or in other words, Astro Boy the comic. Very bright orange, minimalistic with simplistic geometric designs throughout. My question is, did they get it right? The blue phosphor. Extremely metallic blue on the new model is one of the most popular alternatives for the M4A1-S. It doesn't hurt that it trades up to the op fade, which means that it's both a play skin as well as trade up fodder. These two in tandem drive up the price to outlandish prices. However, if you are into blue and money isn't an issue, this one might be right up your alley. The leaded glass. 3D modeled shards of different colored glass throughout that make a very unique design. Looks pretty much identical no matter what wear you get it in. However, the leaded glass isn't reflective at all, so personally I'm not a fan. The Nightmare. The cheapest alternative to the Howl, but this time it's blue. Nightmarish wolf on the main body with blue accents throughout that leads to a majestic art style. The branches with thorns on the silencer are a nice touch. The Decimator Retro Wave looks like the 1980s Terminator aesthetic, extremely minimalistic with geometric designs throughout. A bright pink that leads to a bright cyan. Terrific work. The Black Lotus, a extremely clean metallic purple Black Lotus on the main body. The detail and nuance throughout the whole skin lead it to be a terrific motif. Welcome to the jungle, with repeating Aztec symbols that add another dimension. Every inch of the skin is meticulously designed. They did a phenomenal job. The wear adds scales to the skin. The imminent danger, the embodiment of a road sign out of control, like the sign on the magazine saying your safety is our priority. Then goes on to say this job site has suffered. Very metallic all over, and dozens of road signs that make an interesting motif. The Cyrex, one of the cleanest old school skins from back in the day. Unfortunately, it currently looks very dated due to how they ported all the textures over. I'm not a fan of how it looks right now. The red really pops, but that's about it. The Golden Coil, the golden snake that continues from the main body all the way through to the buttstock, is a nice effect. However, I personally think they made a terrible decision in regards to how they ported over the skin. There's a ton of artifacting throughout if you take a look next to the scales. I was a fan of how it looked in CSGO, but I'm currently not a fan right now. The Mecha Industries has a off-white and a eggshell white in tandem with tan. The minimalistic design is very sleek with subtle red detailing throughout. The scalloping on the grip and buttstock adds some good texture. The only Mecha Industries that I personally appreciate. The Chantico's Fire. The current pattern is relentless, as well as I feel the colors, regardless of what color they are just too vibrant. I'm not a fan at all. The Hyper Beast. Very detailed, lots of orange fangs, contrasting with the magenta gums and blue-green head. Very old school in low where it's very blue, in a high where it's more colorful. The custom wear is one of the best in the game. The player too, very unique comic book illustrations across every inch of the skin. The artist spent a tremendous amount of time detailing every inch of it. The hero on the main body is pissed off, and the sidekick on the mag has its tongue hanging out. Very unique skin. The print stream, rainbow popsicle exemplified. Minimalistic design throughout with black and white detailing that leads to a extremely pearlescent primary color. The two X's could mean kisses since there's a heart underneath, or it could mean kiss your ass goodbye. The vaporwave, Greek sculpture aesthetic with a vaporwave twist. The normal mapping is terrific on the new model. The details look immense. The overextension of the statue's right arm all the way on the silencer is a little tongue-in-cheek as it's pointing out which direction the bullets come out of the gun. The fade, very clean on the new model with nice color choices and tones. The main reason why most people got the Armory Pass in the first place. That is to say, it's a really good looking skin on the new model. I will now list my top selections and why I chose them. It's up to you to decide, given all the information and examples, which one you think is the best for you. Don't doubt yourself, and remember your budget should be a part of the equation. My top 6 picks. My $3 pick has to be the Welcome to the Jungle on the old model, due to the fact that it is one of the most highly detailed old models available from a old operation. Personally, I find this skin in anywhere looks phenomenal. My $3 pick on the new model has to be the Blue Phosphor. It's one of the cleanest new looking skins on the new model. It is exquisite, and every inch of it is very reflective. If you have a sapphire, this will pair exquisitely with it. My nostalgic pick on the old model has to be the Guardian. I've used the skin for such a long time. Just add a little bit of glitter and man, it just pops so much. It looks like you have a pair of bejeweled jeans. My nostalgic pick for the new model has to be the Nitro. I've gotten this so many times in trade up contracts. It just reminds me of the terrible old times I've had. My budget pick for the old model has to be the Basilisk per dollar spent because of the normal maps on them. They look phenomenal. It's gotta be the best available. My best budget pick on the new model has to be the Black Lotus, and in the right light it shines tremendously. I'm such a big fan of it. Thanks for taking the time to watch the entire video, and hit the subscribe button for the rest of the series. Videos will be coming out weekly. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.